for a minute? Baby, can we talk for a minute? Can we talk for a minute? Can we talk for a minute? Baby, can we talk for a minute? Can we talk for a minute? Let's just talk for
What's up, everybody? I'm Mikkel. Let's talk with Mikkel and Tactic. Today we have two special guests, and they are...
Hey, I'm Sharice Williams, Marine veteran, local realtor, and also co-owner of Bobby Tees.
How y'all doing? I'm Bobby Hatcher Jr., aka Mr. 401, Jacksonville High School graduate, class of 2006.
Before we get started with the questions, tell us a little bit about your 7-on-7 league.
Our 7-on-7 league is really designed for high schoolers because in the area we have nothing for the high school football kids to do once football season is over with. So like in elementary and middle school, you have your Storm Spring League, you have your Southwest League travel ball, but the high schools are left out. They either got baseball or track. But we really want to design a league to let the high school kids know that people in the community believe about them and let them have an opportunity to get better.
Yeah, the biggest thing is staying active during off season, and also just knowing that the community has their back going forward.
Well, let's get to it. The first question: what inspired y'all to start the 7-on-7 football league?
It's really just the kids, man. We really, I think we went to her old high school in Richmond, Virginia, Highland Springs High, and just looking at the facility, the program. They had several Gatorade players of the years. They got multiple state championships. And one thing I took away from that was we was talking to the coach, and the coach was like, look, we have a travel 7-on-7 team and we have a local team. And I'm sitting there thinking like, why not us? Why we can't do that? We have the same athletes as them, just don't have the opportunity. So a big part of it was just giving the kids the opportunity to actually compete with your Raleighs and your Greensboros and your Charlotte kids, you know. That's just like with the state championship. The West beats us every year. Last year was a sweep. This year, luckily, Tarboro won. But it's because we really can't throw the ball. So we give them an opportunity to actually get out there, throw the ball, and get better. I mean, we'll have a lot more kids playing college ball and a lot more state championships.
And then also just to add on, you know, my son, he's graduated from Jacksonville High. He played 7-on-7, but we had to travel outside the area. So it was honestly just like, well, why not Onslow County? Why can't Onslow County do something like this? So me and Bobby talked about it and prayed about it a lot and ran across a lot of ideas, and it's happening.
What made this league unique compared to other youth football programs?
Catering to high school kids. Like I said, after football season, the high school kids don't have nothing to do. It's not like when we were in school. You know, you get out of school, you go to the practice field, you got 15, 20 guys, you're playing pickup ball. You know, you're doing that 4 times a week. There's no more like that, man. So really needed something for the high school kids to actually develop, get better. Because in the springtime, it's really just camps, combines, and track. So it's really something like, sort of like an AAU, but for football players.
Okay.
Yeah, and another cool part about it is it gives opportunity for those rising 8th graders that are going into high school to start meeting, building bonds with the high school kids that they haven't played with. We did the 7-on-7 last year, and my son was a rising freshman, and he got a chance to start making those friendships, start getting those connections, and I mean he did really well. So.
Yeah, and that, like I said, that's a big part of it too. We had another 8th grader on the team. Just build his confidence. Just really build his confidence, man. You can see from the first day he's out there, he's in the back of the lines, when doing drills. Then he goes to the front, and summer ball comes, he walks out there. The seniors know who he is. Just build his confidence a lot. And he was just ready to compete on the season.
Great. What are y'all short-term or long-term goals with this league?
Short-term goals would definitely just to have a successful, season coming up. League starts March 9th, And do we expect everything to run like smooth and golden? We know we're gonna have some hiccups, but short term would definitely be just to have a successful season, reach as many people as possible, and go from there and just watch it grow. Long term, our long-term goal would be to have every school in Onslow County represented with a team, because we're doing this for the kids, and that's what it's all about. Just being able to do it for the kids, making sure the kids have the opportunities, and no school should not be represented, because the more you practice, the more that you're out there, just the better that you're going to be.
Yeah, and to piggyback on her, the more you practice, the more you're out here. I mean, that's one thing I really preach with my wide receiver university is reps build confidence. And when you play confident, you play just better. So let's say you go out there, a guy finished, let's say they out early in the playoffs, you're out in November. You know what I'm saying? You don't touch another football until August. That's a long time. Whereas in those other places, they're done November, December, they're playing football. They got 7-on-7 league. I have a little cousin, he goes to Roseville, who just played the state championship game. The week of the state championship game, he had 7-on-7 practice. And then now you wonder why those kids are going on being as successful as they are.
What values or lessons do y'all hope players take away from participating in this league?
Honestly, we just want the kids to know that the community has their back. Since we launched this and since we started talking about it, so many people want to help. So many people want to get involved. Like Bobby said, we have the talent here. We're just in a smaller area, but we have so many people in the community that is really supportive of these athletes and want to see the athletes go as far as they can. So the biggest takeaway is just know that the support is there.
That's right. Just be supporting the community.
How could people get involved or support the league?
You can really just go to our website, www.ots7on7.com, or go to our Facebook page, OTS7on7. On our website, we have, on the top, we have volunteer. You hit the volunteer, you can volunteer to be a referee, you can volunteer to keep a scorebook, you can volunteer just to come out there and be security. It's for the community, so we really want the community to come out there and actually show up. And like I said, the more people we have out there, the more people we have in front of these kids, the better the kids gonna be.
Also, on our website, we do have a link that you can help out financially. We do have some kids in the community that have already, they want to play, they want to be a part of it, but it's a financial strain on, the family. We've already broken it up where, parents and families have two, they can pay a deposit and then they can pay a little bit later on, but sometimes it's just hard. And we don't want any athlete to not be able to participate just because of the funds. So we're doing everything that we can, but we can always use help with just donating, and that money goes directly to registration for an athlete that, is in a bind.
Where do y'all see this league in 5 years from now?
5 years from now, we really see it where we have little kids coming around. So man, I can't wait to join OTS. We have, after the games, man, we have the little kids running up to the players, wanting autographs, just like the high school games. Like Sharice was saying about every school being in it. Yes, I mean, this is what we made it for. We made it for Onslow County. We would like to see Onslow County involved. I mean, man, public schools, private schools, we want it all. I mean, hopefully, one day we might be able to actually have our games on high school fields. So that's really where we want to see in that 5 years, just growing, everybody excited to be involved.
Yeah, and I think, and this might just be because I'm a mom, but in my opinion, I would love to see athletes that are participating now coming back, volunteering, showing the younger athletes, I was right there, and now I'm in college playing ball, or now, I took a different path, but this right here, was able to help me out in the direction I wanted to go in. So just like, I think the biggest thing we keep saying is the community, giving back. So those athletes that are participating now, coming back and just showing those kids like, hey, this is where it's at.
I know y'all say y'all could go to the website and volunteer, but what if somebody want to become a coach? Is that available for like community members or?
Oh yes. Like I said, you go back on our website, up top, up there, I think it's beside volunteer somewhere up top, you have a coaches form. You fill out the coaches form, you fill out what school you like to help coach, and we'll get in contact with you.
Yeah, as far as coaching, no team is going to have one coach. We would like to have multiple coaches. That way, because, I mean, this is a volunteer event, life happens. We don't want a team to have to suffer because that one coach is out. So any volunteers we can get, we would definitely appreciate it.
What challenges have y'all faced or anticipate facing in starting this league?
Just people believing in it. It's something new. And anytime there's something new, you're going to have your doubts, you're going to have your critics, you're going to have people that, they're going to have an opinion on what you're doing. But honestly, if it's about the kids, that's the focus. So honestly, that's the biggest thing. But I can say the naysayers have definitely been outweighed by the supporters, and just by the support online on Facebook, people keep sharing. We don't care about the people that's just skeptical about this is something new. At some point, something is always going to be new, but like we said, why not Onslow County? If everybody else outside the area can do it, why can't we do it?
Oh, and man, some kids, man, they gotta get blurred. Oh man, like how you supposed to get better? Like I tried to tell them, I said, man, as a sophomore, but as a sophomore, they stuck me out there. I'm on an island guarding a 4-star receiver. Like I got blurred twice, same game, but I didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? You go back out there. After that, all area, all conference. But that's what the kids gotta believe. They gotta believe in themselves first. Like we can believe in them all they want to. Believe in yourself. Go out there and take on the challenge. That's really the biggest thing. They don't want to take on the challenge.
I never got blurred, sorry.
Oh man. So how would this league help players develop their football skills?
Repetition. Like just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like I said, some of them don't touch the football from November to August. Now imagine in those days, if you catch 50 passes a day, you catch 100 passes a day, how much better your hands gonna be. Or let's say you go out there, you running a route. How crisp you think your route gonna be? You know what I'm saying? How good you think your back pedal gonna be? Doing it over and over again. And you can do that with working out, but everybody knows that just working out is not enough. You have to put some competition to it. Like those one-on-ones, they're gonna matter, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna go in the game, it's gonna be time for one-on-one, you done rehearsed it over and over and over again. But that's the thing, because like our league last year, we had our son, 8th grader. With scrimmage, we had him guarding one-on-one our other son, a 3-star receiver. It didn't go good. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. But got blurred, came right back, came on a slant, back it down. That's what it is, man. Just repetition. That's how you get better reps.
And just to add about that 8th grader that played, he played, like I said, with the high schoolers, and he did amazing on JV, but he was the only freshman to get moved up when Jacksonville went to the playoffs. Not only did he get moved up, but he actually got playing time. So that confidence with playing with the older kids and playing that 7-on-7, and honestly just playing all year round, never putting that football down, definitely paid off.
And to piggyback on that, at practice, when they move him up, he's out there with his starters, guarding the starting receivers, locking them up. That's just, man, building that confidence from playing.
Okay. Are there opportunities for players to be scouted or gain exposure to college recruits?
So there are, now we have to make sure we put the disclaimer out there. There are rules that college coaches have to abide by. They have their window that they are allowed to see players, and when and where they can see players. So we are not guaranteeing, we are not promising that college recruiters are coming down to get your kid. That's not what we're saying. But your kid can do their part by posting on Twitter, by posting their flips, posting pictures, and just telling coaches, hey, I'm out here working, I'm putting that work in. When my older son, he's a D1 receiver, when he was playing 7-on-7, we were put in front of college coaches. At different camps, those coaches was approaching him. Those coaches saw him out there working. They saw something that they liked. He was posting on Twitter where he was going to be. He was posting on Twitter if he was working out. He was posting on Twitter when he would go out there and run routes. So no, we're not promising your kid's going to get a scholarship from playing with us. But what we can promise is if your kid comes out there and put in the work, they will have the film and it will show, on their Twitter. And that's, one of the most direct ways to reach these coaches.
How will this league be structured? Number of teams, division, and season length?
All right. As of right now, we have 6 teams. So with us having 6 teams, we're doing a 4-week regular season. After your 4th week, your 5th week will be your playoffs and championship game. And then your 6th week will be, we all have fun. We have All-Star Weekend, we're going to have, the fastest man, the strongest arm, relays, most accurate and stuff like that.
What's the age or skill level breakdown for players from 8th to 12th grade?
We take anybody that want to play, anybody that wants to come out. If this is your first time playing 7-on-7, come out. If you've played 7-on-7 the last 3 years, come out. It's all about repetitions. It's all about building those bonds. It's all about working out with your teammates. So, especially if you've never played 7-on-7 before, don't be scared. And like Bobby said earlier, kids get nervous. We're not saying we want people to be forced to come out, but you have to have a good reason why you don't want to come out. If it's just being nervous or I've never done it before, you won't be the only one. So, skill level, as long as you're ready to work, as long as you ready to train, come out.
Disclaimer, this is varsity level football. So look, just to let y'all know that.
So I know y'all been talking. Y'all had a couple of 8th graders on the squad last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had 2 8th graders on the squad last year. Yeah.
And what's the biggest difference that y'all seen in their game going against older people?
Just building the confidence. The confidence that they built, from the first day they was out there to the middle of the season, end of the season. It's just the confidence. Like I said, one of them, you get out there, you're in the back of the line. You skipping out on reps. Just like that. And then towards the middle of the season, when they got more confident, they're in front of the line. They're the first to show up. They're the first in stretches. They just building that confidence really helped them out a lot.
And also, and like I said, this might be because I'm a mom, I did see the kids outside of football, the football world, and they, were actually friends. So building that friendship, the other 8th grader, his mom texted me and she was saying how she saw a difference when it was time to go to the summer workouts. There was a difference. And, like I said, that jump from middle school to high school is a big jump. But if you're already, knowing people, it makes it a whole lot more comfortable. And like we always say, it's community. Community is about support. Community is about family. We're all family in Ozone County, literally.
So are y'all collaborating with local schools, coaches, or organizations to make this a success?
Absolutely. As of right now, a few of our coaches actually are middle school or high school coaches. Organizations, collaborate with Sharice Realtor, Bobby's Tees. Don't mark that out. How did you do about that? But we really haven't organizations. If any of y'all would like to help, like I said, reach out. Please reach out to us. We can really use all the help, advice. This is literally our first year doing it. Any advice you have, just reach out.
But I would like to shout out Josh Johnson with JLJ Photography. He is our official photographer. Definitely appreciate him. He just retired from the Marine Corps, and we really appreciate you, giving us your time and, helping these kids have some footage to put on their Twitter and to post up on their socials. So definitely shout out to Josh.
And what is your website again? Where they can follow you?
www.ots7on7.com, and that's the number 7.
So before y'all get out of here, I want y'all to sign my table. But before y'all sign it, I want to give y'all flowers right now because y'all doing a lot for the community and for these kids, and I don't want it to go unnoticed. So if y'all see them, show them some love in public.
We appreciate that.
And tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's talk.